What's the square root of 549? Anybody?
23.43.
23.42. All right, so get to 23.42. Right. Kilowatts.
Sir, I got 43, not 42.
43. All right. Are we there? Kayla, Kadin, Kimura, Raya, Tyler, Janisa, Dijane. Guy, you understand so far what is happening?
Yes, sir.
I need you guys to get involved, all right? It's not a one-man show here. Everybody have to try. Listen to me. I've been saying this, you see?
12 kilometers.
My A would have been what?
12 squared.
The 12 square, yes. And my B would have been FG square, right?
Sir.
Okay, so remember that we say the C is always the hypotenuse, right? Whatever opposite,
Somebody I
right?
call it.
Yes,
Sir.
go ahead. Yes.
So Krista Richards says she's not able to join, sir, and she don't know why.
Well, okay.
Krista Richards.
Krista Richards.
Yes, sir.
Okay, tell her that she just needs to come out and rejoin.
So she cannot join at all.
Okay. Tell her to text me. I will send her the link so you can go straight from the link.
Okay, sir.
Right. Tell her to text me now. All right. Okay. Hold on. In summary, we are saying that we use the Pythagoras theorem when we are giving any two sides of the right angle triangle, and we have been asked to find a third side, then use the Pythagoras theorem. What is the formula? The formula is always C squared is equal to A squared plus B squared, right? Now, and always remember that the C is always the hypotenuse or the side opposite the right angle. Follow? So always this side is the what? Always this side is the hypotenuse, right? Hypotenuse. That is your C. Are we clear? Is anybody who is lost? Is anybody who is lost as to when we use Pythagoras theorem? All right. The next thing we learned last week, we learned trigonometry ratio, right? Am I right? Ever remember the trigonometry ratio we learned last week?
Yes, sir.
Now, what about the trigonometry ratio? What do you remember about the trigonometry ratio?
Sure, there's good. But to find which side is missing and I'll get the side
Now,
you are given.
oh, okay, let me just ask a question. When do we use trigonometry ratio? Anybody can tell me in their own ways when we use Pythagoras theorem? Yes.
Oh, sir, may I say like it come back, it's a work now.
Okay, good. With the new link I gave you, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Okay, so when do we use Pythagoras, no, trigonometry ratio. Right, under which condition we use trigonometry ratio? Under which condition we use trigonometry ratio? Anybody remember from last week?
Yes, sir.
Yes, under which condition? Can you tell me when do I know that I have to use trigonometry ratio? What's the first condition? What is the first condition we know that we have to use the trigonometry ratio? Anybody?
Sure.
Anybody can tell me what is the first condition?
Sure. Okay.
Nobody at all? Okay.
Yes, when I
When
say
you look
that
on
we have a
what I've
degree,
drawn the diagram, what is it? What
The
type of
degree.
triangle is this?
All right, understand.
Rectangle.
What type of triangle do you see here? Can somebody hear me? What type of triangle is this?
All right,
The
understand.
rectangle.
Somebody talking, but I can't hear anything.
the right angle.
Hold on. Wait. Let me check something. Wait. My volume is high. Can somebody say something to me and see if I can hear you? I don't know why.
The
I
red
can hardly hear
angle.
anything.
You hear now?
Christina talking, I can't hear Christina neither.
Sir,
So if you are giving, if you'll be giving one side and one angle to find another side. So that type we are doing right now. So we'd have gone through here now, right? We are giving, look at it. We are giving one side and what? One angle. And we have been asked to find another side, which is what? B what?
Yeah.
BQ. So that means we have to use the trig what? Trig ratio. Now, how do I label the side? Anybody remember for the trig ratio, how to label the side?
There.
What do we call this side?
Opposite.
We call this side
Opposite.
opposite, yes. What do we call this side?
Hypotenuse.
Hypotenuse, yes. What do we call this side?
I see what you're saying.
Okay. Last week, I show you one trick to find out which formula to use, right? By the way, what are the three formulas we need to know here?
There. And
We need to find the so, right? The ka and the what? The toa.
Or
Right. So this one here is actually what? Sine. Sine is equal to opposite, right? Opposite over what? Hypotenuse, right? This one here is what? Cosine adjacent over hypotenuse. Am I right? And this one is what?
Tangent.
Tangent. Right. Opposite
adjacent.
over what? Adjacent. Are we clear? Now, so that's the first thing we have to do. So first of all, we label the size, right? How do we label the size now? The side opposite the right angle is always the hypotenuse, right? The side opposite to the angle given, that is your opposite. Whatever remaining is your adjacent. I go one more time. The side opposite the right angle is your hypotenuse. The side opposite the angle given would have been your opposite, and whatever left is your what? Adjacent. So in this case here, I showed you one trick last week, how to know which formula to use. Anybody remember? There are two questions you ask. Come again.
Please repeat.
Repeat what you said.
Sir, I'm asking you to repeat.
No, I was asking, right? Anybody remember the two questions you asked yourself to know which formula to use from last week?
Yes, sir. Which side I am giving?
What? Okay, so the first question asks, right? So the first two questions you asked. So if you're not here last week, write it down. The first question you asked, yes, go ahead. Which side what? Which side I am giving? Yes.
Which side I have to find?
The other one is what? Which side, right? Which side I want to what? I want to find. Right. So let's try and answer these questions here, right? Which side I am given? So look at this information. Which side are we giving here?
The hypotenuse.
We are giving the hypotenuse, yes. Everybody see that? How do you know? Because the hypotenuse has the figure. So because the hypotenuse has the figure here, that means that is what you have been given. Now, they asked me to find PQ, and we asked ourselves, which side I want to find? Which side we want to find here? Which side we want to find?
Sir, opposite.
Opposite, good. So with this now, which formula am I required to use?
Sir, sine.
Sine, right? Because you look at this formula, say which one of them have hypotenuse and what? Opposite. I repeat, you look at this information which has hypotenuse and what? Opposite. That will fall under sine. So say sine 30 degrees is equal to opposite over hypotenuse. Then we say sine 30 degrees. My opposite would have been PQ over hypotenuse, which is 15, right? Then the next thing I will do, I'm going to look for sine 30. What is sine 30, please? Anybody, your calculator have to be in degree, right? Who can tell me what is sine 30?
Sir, 0.5.
0.5. So that means 0.5, yes, is equal to PQ over 15. Now, then we put this over 1. Then when we put this over 1, what do we do? Anybody remember? We cross multiply, right? We cross multiply. So get 0.5, yes, times 15 is equal to PQ. Right. So multiply 0.5 times 15 for me and tell me what you get.
7.5.
7.5, right? Kilowatts. Meter. Right. Follow. So I need somebody to summarize what we did a while ago for me, from the beginning to the end, what you need to do. Can somebody explain to your fellow students what we did? Anybody want to try? You can do it, man. Anybody want to try? Crystal, you want to try?
So my Casey did it.
Casey?
Yes,
Casey?
sir.
Yeah, they say you should do it. So do it for me now. Okay, explain in your own words what we need to do from the beginning
Sir,
to the
again,
end.
I will repeat.
Explain from the beginning. If you are given a question like this, what you need to do, explain it to them for me, please.
Sir, first I label the sides, hypotenuse, opposite, and adjacent.
Yes.
Then I find which side I was given and the side that I want to find. And sir, I look at the 3 different ways, sir, and see which one fits it perfectly.
Yes.
And I put in the numbers that I was given. The number
Okay, so you substitute. You substitute the values, right?
Substitute.
Mm-hmm.
And then, sir, I cross multiply and then
Okay, so you transpose basically, right? You cross
Yes,
multiply
sir.
with the transpose and get that. Beautiful. As simple as that. Everybody catch that? All right. So let's go. Let's try another one, right? We are going to try another one, right? Can we try another one? Anybody writing? Okay. Anybody writing? Okay, can I move on to the next example? The next one, actually.
Yes, sir.
All right, so let's look at this one now, right? So supposing we are given this. All right, so let's assume that this side is the right angle here. This side is A. A, B, and C, right? And I give you here, let's say 80 degrees, right? Then I give you here 25 kilometers. I say calculate the length of AC. All right. So if you are giving something like this, so basically what would be the first thing we would have taken on? What the first thing we will do?
They're gonna label the side.
Okay, we label the size. Can you help me label the size, please?
Yes, sir. Hypotenuse.
Hypotenuse, yes. What will be here?
Opposite.
Opposite, yes. What will be here?
Adjacent.
The adjacent, right? So the best thing, you always look for the hypotenuse followed by the opposite, whatever left is your what? Adjacent, all right? Now, then we ask ourselves the two questions, right? Which side I'm giving, which side, right? I am giving. Then the next question I ask myself, which side I want to find, right? Which side I want to what? To find. Which side I'm giving here?
The opposite.
So I'm giving the opposite, yes. Which side I want to find? They asked me to find AC. AC would have been which side that?
Adjacent.
All right. So I want to find what? Adjacent. Now, which of the formulas? So, ka, toa. Which of the formulas as
Toa.
toa? Everybody agree? So
Yes,
we're opposite that. So we are going to use tan. So we are going to use tan 80 degrees is equal to opposite over adjacent. Tan 80 degrees. What is my opposite?
25.
So 25, yes. Over my adjacent. What is my adjacent?
A.
A what? AC, good. All right. Now, tell me what is tan 80 degrees? Give it to 3 decimal places, please.
And
5.6 everyone.
9 per. Come again.
5.671.
1.2671.
No, sir. 5.671.
Oh, 5. Okay, my bad. 5.671. All right. It's equal to 25.
So you
Over-
write it wrong.
One not supposed to be there.
All right. You know, I confused my little brain. No? All right. Take your time and tell me, please. 1.1.
There's 5. No, about the 1 point.
So there's 5.671.
Oh, 5.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So it's 5. Yes.
Point.
5.1. 671,
1
right? Equals to 25 over what?
AC.
All right. Then what we do, we put this over 1, right? Then we cross what? Multiply. So 5.671 times AC is equal to what? 25. Now, when you cross multiply, do we have the answer? Do we have the direct answer?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, we don't have the answer yet, right? So why we don't have the answer yet? Because guess what? Now when you cross multiply, we'll get to 5671 times AC. That means I need to make the AC to stand by itself, right? So how do I make the AC to stand by itself? What will I do?
They're divided by the 5.671.
Right. So we move it now, right? We are going to move the 5.71, right? So this is AC now. AC is equal to 25, right? Divided by 5.671. All right. So AC, what do we get for AC?
4.4.
You get to 4.4.
4.
4.4. You follow? Any question? Any question? Isn't that beautiful?
Sir.
Oh my
Yes, sir.
goodness. I tell you, maths is beautiful. If you can only see it. Okay. So let's go to next one. Can I move on to the next example? Before we did I never show you how to find the angle, right? Did I? No. Okay, so today we are going to learn how to find the angle. Now, let me just do one more of finding the side, then we learn how to find the angle, all right? So let's go now. I would have come here. Okay, let me just put it this way. Now, not always they'll make it like a nice right angle for you, but look at what I'm going to do here, like, right? Look, watch this. They could also do this. Right? Then they will put here, let's say 50 degrees. All right. Then let's say here would have been E, F, and G. Right? Then they can give me this side here. Let's say 8 centimeters. And they say that, no, let me just change that. Let me change that. They give me this side 8 centimeters. And they say, calculate the length of EG. Right, I want to find the length of EG. Everybody see that?
Yes, sir.
Now, so where would be my hypotenuse?
EG.
E what?
G.
G.
Is it EF or EG? Which is my hypotenuse?
EG, sir.
EG. Look at the right angle. Everybody see the right angle? The side opposite the right angle is always your what? Hypotenuse. So I intentionally give you that. Everybody see that? So you have to be very, very careful, right? When they turn the triangle anyway, just focus on the what? On the right angle. Once you know where the right angle is, go to the opposite side, and that will give you the hypotenuse. Everybody understand that?
Yes, sir.
Then this one here now, wherever the angle here, there would have been the what? Opposite, right? And the remaining one would be your what?
Adjacent.
Adjacent. As simple as that. Then we ask ourselves the same question again. Which side I'm giving? Which side I am what? Giving. The next question, which side I want? Hold on. Give me a minute. This thing. All right, guys. My laptop was almost shutting down on me, so I have to charge it. Okay, so we said I want to find, right? Can somebody help me answer those questions? We said I am giving.
Adjacent.
Adjacent.
So I'm giving the adjacent, yes. We said I want to find.
Opposite.
I want to find opposite. You sure?
Hypotenuse.
Hypotenuse. Right. So which one has adjacent and hypotenuse?
Cos.
Cos, right? So because 50 degrees is equal to adjacent over hypotenuse. Cos 50 degrees. My adjacent be 8 over hypotenuse, which is EG. Then I want to find EG. Can somebody tell me what is cos of 50 degrees to 3 decimal places, please?
0.4.
0. What?
It's worth it.
0.642 is equal to 8 over EG. Then I put this over 1. Then what I do, cross what? Multiply, right? So I get 0.642 times EG is equal to 8, right? Now I say EG is equal to 8 divided by 0.642. Okay, what do we get now? What is 8 divided by 0.642? Anybody can tell me, please?
12.46.
Come again.
12.46.
12.46, right? 1. Okay, centimeter. I want to put it to the 2 decimal places, so that'd be what? 12.46, right? We cool, everyone?
Yes, sir.
All right. So are you ready to look at the angles now? So all what we did right now was just finding the what? Finding the side. Follow? Can we try now how to find the angle now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can I move, go to the next slide?
Yes, sir.
All right. So let's look at this. So today, right? So we're still going to do trigonometry ratios. So all what we did a while ago was a recap from last week, right? Trigonometry, right? Ratio, right? Right. So we are doing finding the angle, right? Finding the what? Finding the angle, right? So this is what we are doing today. We are finding the angle. Follow me, everybody. Now, so let's go now. So when we want to find the angle, we'll be given two sides, right? Okay, so here would have been the right angle. Right. Let's say that they give me a 5 centimeter and they give me a 12 centimeter, right? And they say that I should find angle. Let's say this one is L, M, N. Right. Now they will say that calculate angle L, N, M. Right. They say you should calculate angle N, right? We are calculating angle what? We are calculating angle L, right? And what? M. Follow me through. So normally CX will not put anything like this for you, right? Now, if you are giving something like, they will only give you this and say that you should find the what? The angle. Now, rule number 1, indicate the angle you have been given, right? Now, where do you think, which angle are they asking me to find? Angle L, N, M. Which angle are they wanting to find? Is it L, M, or N? The N. Now, so what happened is this, they ask you to find the middle letter, right? The middle what? The middle letter. So always is this one here. This is what they are asking you to find. The middle what? The middle letter is what you are looking for, right? So that have been angle N. So what you do is this, you go to the end and you draw this, you draw something like this, and you put the angle right there. So that is what you are looking for. Now, then the next thing you are going to do is label the size. So if the angle is, remember this is the reference angle. That's why it's important you know where to put the angle. This is the reference angle now, right? Now let's label the size now. So the next step we are going to do is what? We label the what? The size. What will I call this side? If the angle is, what will I call this side? Hypotenuse, yes. What do I call this side?
Opposite.
Opposite. What do I call this side?
Adjacent.
So here now, we ask ourselves the two questions here. Only one question you ask yourself. Which two sides I am giving? Which two sides I am giving? So to find the angle, right? To find the angle, you ask yourself the question, which two sides I am giving? Everybody follow that? To find the angle, right? You ask yourself this question, which two sides I am what? Giving. So can somebody tell me which two sides are we giving here?
Opposite.
So we have been giving what? Opposite and what? hypotenuse, right? You are giving opposite and what? Hypotenuse. Then the next thing we do here is to say, which formula are we going to use? We have the so, ka, and what? Toa. So which formula has opposite and hypotenuse? So here you are going to say that thing, sine theta. So start from here, right? Sine theta, we don't know, so put theta or n if you want. Sine theta is equal to opposite over hypotenuse, right? Sine theta. So we are going to substitute the values now, right? So that have been sine theta would have been, you put a sine theta now. Wherever you have opposite, you put 5 over 12. Now, can somebody work it out for me? What is 5 over 12 in decimal? Give me to 3 decimal places, please.
Sir, 0.417.
0.417. All right. So now, when you finish now, right? When you finish now, we are going to say that the angle or the theta, right, is equal to sine inverse. That means sine -1. If you want to find an angle, you always use this formula, sine -1 of 0.417. Now, so it means therefore you have to go to your calculator and you are going to press this one here. You are going to look for this. I'm going to write it at the top here, right? Look for the sign shift. If you don't have that, look for the one we say second function, right? So some of you have the shift and some of you have the second function. So for those who have the shift, you press shift sign, then this will come up, sine -1, and press 0.41, and you get the answer. Anybody want to try? So go on your calculator, look for shifts first, click on the shift or the second function, then you press sign, then this will come up. If you press the sign, this will come up. Then put in 0.417 and tell me what you get.
24.65.
24.65, right? Degrees, right? So remember that this will be one. So you say therefore angle LNM, right? Angle LNM is equal to 24.65 degrees as my final answer. Finding the angle is it's easier than finding the side because it's straightforward. The only thing you have to know which formula you are going to use. Then you have to know how to use the shift function. Is anybody who is here and could not know how to use the shift thing? So you can tell me that I can help you out, or you can private text me, I will tell you what you do. Right? The first thing we do, right? The first thing we do is we label the side. It's the first thing we indicate the angle first. After indicating the angle, we are looking for angle R. So we come here, you put angle R here, right? The later what? We label the side. If the angle is here, this side is opposite, right? This side is hypotenuse and this is adjacent. Now, we label the side. What is step 3?
Sir, please repeat. Oh,
What will be step 3? What will you do next? After I label the signs.
okay, look at the sides given and determine it.
Okay, so we are going to find which 2 sides given, right? Which, right? 2 what? 2 sides I am given. Which 2 sides I am given? So answer that question for me now.
Sir, the opposite and adjacent.
The opposite and the what? Adjacent. Okay, step 4. What will be step 4?
Sir, found the bus sign or tan.
Okay, so the step 4, we choose the correct ratio, right? Choose the what? The correct what? Correct trig ratio. Am I right? So in this case, would have been what is my correct trig ratio?
Sir,
Tan, right? So it be tan theta is equal to opposite over adjacent, right? Then we rock and roll with that. So we're going to say tan theta. What is my opposite?
25.
25.
25, yes. Over adjacent.
20.
So it be tan theta
Sir, I'm
Sir,
not
25 over 20.
over 20. Thank you. So 25 over 20. All right. Now, can somebody work out what is 25 over 20 for me, please?
Sir, 1.25.
1.25. Now, then we want to find the what? The angle now, right? So what do I do? Do you remember?
Sir, you put tan inverse.
Tan inverse, right? So it be tan inverse, yes. Tan inverse of 1.25, right? So what is the angle?
Sir, 51.34.
51, right?
Fine.
51.34 degrees. All right, we say therefore angle S, right? Angle SRT
SRT.
is equal to what? What was it again?
51.
51.34 what?
Degree.
Degrees. We clear? Any question? Any question? All right. So we've gone through those steps, right? Okay, so I'm going to show one short PowerPoint. Then later we will enter into CXC questions now because we have covered all the areas, right? So once we have covered all the areas now, we can start looking at the CXC questions step by step. Cool. But let's look at a PowerPoint presentation first before we just do that, right? So what I'm going to do at the end of this class here, whatever we did right now, I'll send it to you in terms of, I'll put in a PDF and send it to you so everybody can have access to whatever we wrote this evening. All right. All right. So I'm going to stop sharing this. Then I'll go straight into yeah. All right. Okay, so everybody can see my screen.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so look at this one. I'm going to put this one here, right? Then we'll go through that. So using trig ratios, right? So here they say that they calculate angle A, right? So they say that for you to find angle A, the first thing you do is to identify the two sides. Everybody see that? So we are going to identify the two sides. That's how I've been what? Where the arrow going? What do we call it? Where the arrow went? What will you call it?
Adjacent.
Opposite.
Opposite, right? It would be what? Opposite, because remember that wherever the angle is, you call it opposite, we call it opposite, right? Then the other side would be what?
Hypotenuse.
Hypotenuse. Then they still have to choose the correct ratio, right? So here, the most important, you label the two sides given, right? You choose the correct ratio. What would be the correct ratio here?
Sine.
Sine, all right? So sine, and the third, but they say substituting the what? The values, right? Everybody see that?
Yes,
So
sir.
wherever you have opposite, they'll put 15, and wherever hypotenuse, they'll put 21. Clear? Now, they'll divide 15 divided by 21. Then they say that you should put it to what? 3 decimal what? Places. So when they divide, they get 0.714, right? Then the next thing is this, you want to find the angle. They say use the inverse function on your calculator to calculate the angle, right? Then the last one now, you get to 45.6, right? So either you screenshot this, or if you understand, that's fine, or you write it down. What you guys want to do? Write it down, screenshot, or move on? Okay, are you writing it down, or I should move on?
So I think
Okay, so I'll give you some 2 minutes. If you're writing it down, the steps, I'll give you 2 minutes to do that for me. Quickly, let's go, everybody. Right. We calculate 3 decimal place now. Right. We use the sine inverse function. Cos inverse of 0.655. Yes. Then we get what? 49.1 degrees. So the first thing we do is we identify the size mark, right? We choose the correct ratio. We substitute in the values. We calculate the ratio to 3 decimal place. Then we use the inverse function on our calculator to find the what? Angle. We cool?
yes, sir.
All right. So at this point now, we are going to start looking at CXC paper here, right? Now, so let's see now. This is where you work it out. What you did.
Sir, I used Pythagoras theorem.
Okay, so we use Pythagoras for which one? The left hand, triangle 1 or triangle 2?
Triangle 1.
Okay, triangle 1, all right. So what you first of all is this, we use this part here, triangle 1, we call this one triangle 1 to find what? We use Pythagoras theorem, right? So what we have to do now? What you will do next?
Sir, label the size A, B, C.
So which one will I put C?
Sir, X,
The X, right? Then the 6, what do I put for the 6?
A, or B.
And B, all right. So you write the formula.
Sir, C square equal A square.
C square is equal to A square plus what?
B
B
square.
square, right? So what's my C value here?
X square.
So A square is equal to, what's my A value?
6 square.
C square, right, plus what?
8 square.
8 square. So A square, C square give me what?
36.
8 square.
64.
So A square, now 36 plus 64, what do I get?
100.
So X is equal to square root of what?
100.
All right. So which will give me what?
10
10 what?
centimeters.
So everybody catch that? All right. So I need a gentleman now to help me to find the angle. Which gentleman in the house want to be the man in the house? Okay, I need a male student to help me with this one. How do I find the angle? What do we do? Any male? Tyler, you want to help me? Josh? I lie, only 2 male I have. Lord Jesus. Okay, I have only 2 males. Josh, you want to help me? Or Tyler?
Yes.
Okay, how do we find the angle? Okay, anybody want to help Casey? How do I find the angle, Casey?
Yes, sir. Make sure answer. Casey, answer.
Casey not pay me no mind.
Sir, I
Jada,
said here now.
Jada, you want to help? Jada? Sister Jada.
Sir, label the size first.
We label the size first. Thank you, Sister Jada. So we label the size. So what would I call this side? What would I call this side? Where the 12 is, what do I call it, Jada?
Hypotenuse.
Hypotenuse, yes. What do I call this side here?
Opposite.
Opposite. You wake. What do I call this side here?
Yeah, adjacent.
Now, so we want to find the angle. What do we ask ourselves now? If we want to find the angle, what do we ask ourselves?
Sir, what are you given? What full side am I given?
Right, which 2 sides am I? Okay, so we ask ourselves, which 2 sides I am given, right? Which what? 2 sides. Which 2 sides I am given? Which 2 sides I'm given? So which 2 sides are we given here?
Opposite and hypotenuse.
Opposite and what? Hypotenuse. Right, which formula? So which formula am I going to use here?
Sine.
Sine, right? So use sine here. So it'd be sine theta we equal to opposite over our hypotenuse, right? So sine theta. My opposite would have been, what is my opposite here? 6, yes, over hypotenuse. What's my hypotenuse?
Well,
12, yes. Then we cancel, right? This give me half. What is half as a decimal?
0.5.
0.5, right? So it'd be sin theta is equal to 0.5. What do I do next?
It's not equal to sine inverse.
So shift is equal to
0.5.
sine inverse, right? Of what? 0.5. All right. Then what do I do next?
Is equal to 30.
30 what? 30
Degrees.
degrees. Yes, man. Me tell you that uno bright. So that is it. Look at how many marks is this? 2 marks. 2 marks for the Pythagoras theorem question. Everybody see that? Then 3 marks for the what? Trig ratio question. So easy 5 marks if you know what you are doing. Just remember that the Pythagoras theorem, you use it when you are given 2 sides and want to find a third side. For this side here, you are given 2 sides. If you are given 2 sides and want to find an angle, or what you ask yourself, which 2 sides I'm given, you identify those 2 sides, use the ratio, find the inverse of that, whatever function you have been given, and that is it. Are we there? Any question? Any question? Okay, can we move on to the next question? Can we try another question? All right, so let's go now. We are going to try this question here. All right. The first question here, I want us to try, not this one, this one here.
Sir, really?
Eh? What happened? What happened? You say really? It's difficult.
Sir, what is there?
No, you don't even see it. Just Kuno. You don't even see the question. It's just a query over it, man. Sure. This question is very simple. I'm telling you. I need you to write this question down for me, everybody. Right? So we are going to use WRT, right? To find, we are going to find RT first. So we use the Pythagoras on C squared is equal to A squared plus B squared. So it'd be 14.8 squared is equal to my A, 11.2 squared plus my B, which is RT squared. Follow me through. What is 14.8 squared? What is 14.8 squared? Anybody can tell me?
19.04.
Come again.
19.04.
19.04.
219.04.
Okay, thank you. What is 2?
19.
19. Okay, my bad. 219. Okay, 219.04. All right, it's got what is 11.2 square?
Sir, 125.
125. Yes.
944.
Right. Plus RT what? Plus RT square. Am I right? Now, so what do we do next? I want to find RT. What will I do now? How do I find RT?
Subtract, say.
We subtract, right? So that'd be 219.04 minus 125.44 is equal to RT square. Right. Let's minus what we get.
Sorry, 93.6.
93.6 flat is equal to RT square. Okay. Now they'll find the square root of 93.6 is equal to RT. Now, can work it out for me. What do you get for what is 93.6?
9.67.
9.67, right? Meter, right? Now, so what is, look at it here now. I want to make a point here and I see if you agree with what I'm going to say. From R to T is 9 point what? Is 9.67, right? Now, our aim is to find RS. Now, who can tell me what will you do to find RS now? Now that we know that from S to T is 6 meters, but from R to T is 9.6 meters. How do I find RS?
You subtract.
I subtract, right? So we see everybody see that now. So RS, right, will be equals to RT minus what? S what? ST. What do I go for RT? My RT will going to be 9.67 minus my ST, which is 6 meters. Now then we work it out. When we work it out, what do we get?
3.67.
Come again.
3.67.
Meter. Oh, they want it to one decimal place, right? They want this answer to one, so that be what 3 per word. So right, so it will be what 3 per word. 3.7, right? Meter. Everybody clear? So do you realize that it's not that as much as bad as we think? Yes, we can do this. All right. Follow?
Yeah.
All right, we're good. Now, so okay, we finished copying that. Is anybody writing?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll give you 2 minutes to do your writing. Now remember, no, we can't use the WST to find the angle, because in WST is not a right angle triangle. So that means that we are going to focus on a big triangle to do what? To find the angle. So that is easy 1, 2, right? So we can sketch it like what we did before. Let's sketch it and see exactly how it look like. So this is it, right? We are using the big triangle itself, right? Now, so this side was W, this side was R, this side was T, this angle here is what? Theta. This side, we know this side is what? 14.8, this side is 11.2. But then we were asked to find RT. What was RT? What do we get for RT? Anybody can tell me? 9 point what? What was the value for the R to T? 9 point what? 37. 67. Oh, okay. You low man, I can hardly hear. Now, so basically we have all the three sides. Do you realize that? Now, if you have all the three sides and want to find the angle, right? We have all the three sides and want to find the what? The angle. We have all the three sides and want to find the angle, right? So that means you have the choice to use any formula you want. Somebody can use sine, somebody can use cosine, somebody can use what? Tangent, and everybody will get similar answers, right? So the question I ask you now, if we label the size, right? It had been opposite, hypotenuse, and what? Adjacent. We ask ourselves, which two sides I'm giving? I'm giving more than two sides. So basically I can use any formula. Which formula you guys want to use? Which formula you guys want to use?
Cosine.
Cosine. So it's a cos theta is equal to adjacent over hypotenuse. Cos theta. So my adjacent would have been 9.67 over hypotenuse 14.8. Now cos theta. Now let's divide now. 9.67 divided by 14.8. What do we get? 0. What?
653.
0.653. So theta is equal to cos inverse of 0.653. Right. So theta now, let's work it out. What is cos inverse of 0.653?
$49.213.
49.21 degrees. They say to 2 decimal places. So angle, we see that we are going to say that angle.
Sorry, sir, I made a mistake.
So what was it?
49.23.
23. Okay, no problem. All right, 23 degrees. We say therefore angle RTW is equal to 49.2 degrees. Because remember, they say we should put it to what? 1 decimal what? Please. We get that?
Yes, sir.
All right, so copy that. Then we'll do one last question, one simple last question. Then that is it for tonight. All right? Yes.
Sir, is it because we got numbers on other sides, so we could use any?
Right, because we have all the three sides. So once you are giving all the three sides, you can use any formula. But if you're not giving three sides and they give you two sides, then you have to use the correct ratio for those two sides. You understand that? Now remember that because I have three sides, I can find somebody can use sine. If they use sine theta, they are going to get, if they use sine theta, they are going to get what? 11.2 over 14.8. And somebody use tangent. If the person use tangent, the person will use what? 11.2 over 9.67. And basically, when you work it out, you get back the same answer for what? All three. Basically, they have been the same thing. But if you have only two sides now, that means you are forced to use the correct one. You can't choose any one. That clear? You understand that? All right, good. Any other question? Are we there? All right. So the last question for tonight. Can I clear the screen? Can I clear?
Yes, sir.
All right. So this is the last question for tonight. Everybody will jump on their bed, right? Because it left with only order for me. People are run left me now. Me can't believe my people them are run left me. Okay, we are doing this one, then we go. Right? So south of P will be down to this point. What letter will I put over there? They say shows the journey of we start at the point B, said 15 kilometers to due south of point Q, right? So we are at P, we are going south, we go down, right? So at this point here, what will I put over here? Which letter will I put here? Which letter will come here?
Yes.
Which letter will you put here?
Q.
Q, right? You put Q here. Now from P to Q, what is the distance?
50 kilometers.
50 kilometers. Thank you. Then we continue the journey. They say it then a further 20 kilometers due west. Right. Where is west? Is it left or right from the Q? Where will be west? Left. Right. So to point R. So that means here will be R. Right. So from Q to R, what's the distance?
20 kilometers.
20 kilometers. So first question, copy the diagram and show the points Q and R. The distance what? 20 kilometers and what? 15 kilometers. So that is it, right? So we've done that. That is A. Everybody understand that? Now, when we finish, since you have the 3 points, this will form what you call a right angle triangle, right? So you join this one with this, and you form a what? It will form what you call a right angle what? Triangle. Are we clear? Next question. Calculate PR, the shortest distance of the journey when it started. So they say that I should calculate the shortest what? Distance, PR. What formula will allow me to find PR? Quickly. What formula will allow me to find PR?
Sir, use Pythagoras.
We use the Pythagoras what? Theorem, right? So we are going to use the Pythagoras theorem, right? So for me to use the Pythagoras theorem, this would have been what?
Yeah.
We name this as C, yes. A and what?
B.
B. So quickly, C square is equal to A square plus B square, right? So my C would have been PR square. My A would be 20 square. My B would be 15 square. So PR square. Now, what is 20 square?
400.
400, right? Plus 15 square. What is 15 square?
225.
225, all right? They say PR square. We added 400 plus 225, what do we get?
625.
625, all right? So say PR square. What's the, so find the square root of 625, all right? So
Okay.
PR square, what do we get?
25.
25 what?
Kilometer.
Kilometers, all right? So that is it, all right? Then we have one last question, then we go. Calculate the measure of angle PQR, giving your answer to the nearest whole number. Which angle they want me to find here?
P.
P, right? The middle letter, right? So I'll go to the middle letter P. Where would the P here? I'll put the angle right here. Now remember that we'll be able to find the third side, which is also 25, right? Supposing we don't have the PR and want to find the angle, which formula will you use? Supposing we never have the PR, right? And you want to find the angle. Which formula will you use? Let's label the size first, right? So if we label the size, we call this side what? What do we call this side? This side will be opposite, right? Adjacent and what? Hypotenuse. Which two sides are we given?
Adjacent and opposite.
Right. So if you are smart enough in the exams, right, you can use the information we are giving here to find the angle. So you don't have to even work number 2 to get the answer for the third one. You could have used the previous information you have been given to do the third one. You understand what I'm saying? At least you are sure that that is right. So which two sides, right, I am given? It have been what? Adjacent and what? Opposite. So that means I have to use tan. Tan theta is equal to opposite over adjacent. Tan theta, my opposite will be 20 over adjacent 15. Right, tan theta. Now what is 20 over 15?
Sir, 1.32.
1.22?
33.
33. So theta is equal to tan inverse of 1.33. Right, what do we get for the answer?
53.12.
53.12.
12.
Okay, degrees. So they say to nearest whole number. So the nearest whole number here would have been 51. 53 degrees, all right? Angle QPR will be equal to 53 degrees, right? Ladies and gentlemen, I think we're done for tonight, right? You guys did excellent job, am I right? Yeah, even though some people gone left me, but it's okay.